Hey guys, it's Kelly from Come Go With Me today. I've brought you along to help me make a wreath. It's my first time making a burlap wreath, so here we go. So I used a 14-inch wreath form I got from the Dollar Tree. I used some 4-inch cable ties, and I used one roll of 5.5-inch, 30 feet long burlap ribbon from Joann Fabrics. So guys, I started out by securing the ribbon to the second ring in on the wreath form, and I turned the wreath form over and secured it to the back side, making sure that I threaded my ribbon through the front of the wreath form to start with. And I don't secure the ties very tight to start with, just so that I can change the position of the ribbon if I need to. And guys, I just measured with my hand, the width of my hand, wrap the ribbon around it, and then pinch it at the bottom to the second ring. I grab a wreath tie or a zip tie, and I just take that under the wreath ring and secure it around the ribbon. And I repeat this, guys. I do this 5 times in between each section, cross section of the wreath form. So I'm just going to show you how I do the first 5. So again, I just measure it around my hand and pinch it off at the bottom. Just make sure that I've got a good hold of it, and I grab another zip tie and just pull it through and zip tie it closed. Again, I'm not getting it very tight, just enough to hold it in place. And just kind of work with the ribbon, kind of get it how you want. And I did try to pull my zip ties to the inside, and you'll see in just a few minutes why I did this. And again, I'm not cutting the ribbon, I just leave it attached. So I measure around my hand, grip it at the bottom, and then just hold it on the second ring. And then we're just adding another zip tie. And guys, this was really a lot of fun. I had never made a wreath before. I really feel like it turned out good. It was fun. It didn't take a whole lot of time, and you know, just something fun to work on. So here I am. I'm just kind of zipping that in place, and then here's my 4th one. I just measure again around my hand, grab it at the bottom, attach it to the ring, the second one. So I just keep it squeezed around the second rim. And this was burlap ribbon. It was a little bit stiff. It was not wire edged. You guys could use whatever ribbon you like. I think something that's a little stiffer is going to make a better poof on the wreath. So there I'm counting. I've got 4. I've got 1 more to do. And here we go. So I'm gathering it up. I pinch it at the bottom. And again, I'm just going to get my zip tie and add it to the wreath form. And guys, we're going to speed up the process, so you know it's 5 per section. And I'll come back in just a minute and we'll talk more about what I did after this. So now guys, I've got the second rim of the wreath completed with the ribbon, and what I'm doing is just going through the wreath and pulling all the zip ties to the inside. I'm going to get ready to cut those off in just a few minutes. So I'm just kind of looking at the wreath, kind of seeing if I like it, if I like the fullness, if I need to add more. And so after I pull all of the zip ties through, I realize I think I need to go ahead and do another outer level to the wreath to make it fuller. So what I decided to do is add the ribbon, continue adding the ribbon around the wreath, and I'm going to add it to the very outside rim of the wreath. I'm doing the very same technique where I gather it around my hand, I pinch it at the base, and then I add a zip tie. And again, I just did 5 zip ties per section. 5 pieces of ribbon per section, and I continue around the wreath until I get done. So it actually took the entire length of ribbon to complete this 14-inch wreath frame. So it took 30 feet of ribbon, and we're going to speed through this process, and I'll see you in just a minute. So guys, I'm getting down to the very last part of ribbon, and just doing the last couple of zip ties. So I thought I'd just kind of slow the camera down and show you what I've done here. So again, I'm pinching it at the bottom, grabbing a zip tie, I'm attaching it to the most outer part of the wreath ring form, and we're just going to secure that. And I think I had room for maybe one more piece of ribbon. So we're just going to make room for that, measuring it around my hand. And then we're going to zip tie this last piece. And as you can see, the wreath really is a lot more full than if I just stopped with one. And again, it's just your preference on how full you want to make your wreath. So I used the second ring from the inside, and then the last ring on the outside of the wreath to attach my ribbon. And now I'm just kind of going through and I'm pulling all the zip ties back out of the way. So you just want to kind of, you know, pull them around, pull it through the ribbon so that you can get it to the back side of the wreath. And as you can see, I'm just kind of going around, bunching up the wreath as I need to. Guys, I flipped the wreath over, and now I'm pulling my zip ties tight. I feel like that I've got the ribbon where I want it to be, and I'm just securing it down tighter to the wreath form. So I'm just going to go through and do that with all the zip ties. So guys, now I've just got some little wire cutters, and what I'm going to do is just go down to the base of each tie and just snip it off, and that way I'm not going to have these long ties sticking out of the back of my wreath. I can actually hang it on the door, and it's going to lay flat against the door. So I'm just going through making sure I snip all those off. So now I've got my wreath turned back over. Again, I just found a few little zip ties that I needed to snip off here and there. And I'm just gonna get those out of the way. So there's my first wreath, guys. I'm really happy with that. My first little burlap wreath. So just kind of fluffing it out, kind of, you know, making it my own, just wherever I feel like it needs to be moved. And I gotta tell you, that burlap is really stiff. It kind of, once you put it in place, it kind of stays there, but I really like the look of it. Yeah, that's really cute. So now, guys, I'm just looking at some of the floral picks that I bought at Dollar Tree, just kind of trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And this burlap was really pretty easy to use in the fact that it already has kind of a wide weave to it, so I can stick the flowers through the ribbon. And I ended up securing the flowers to the back of the wreath form with some pop cleaners, and I just want to kind of lay out my flowers and kind of see what my pattern is, kind of what I want to use on it. And so I made some decisions there, and you'll see my finished wreath coming up. So guys, this is my finished burlap wreath. I took a 14-inch wire frame from Dollar Tree, and I added burlap ribbon that I got at Joann Fabrics. It was $6.99, 30% off, so I used one roll of that, and I used just some artificial flowers that I found at Dollar Tree. I cut those and stuck those in the top and secured them with some pop cleaners. And so this is my first try at a little wreath, guys, a little burlap wreath. I stuck some curly willow twigs in the wreath just to kind of add some dimension and interest to it. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to see my finished product. And as always, I hope everyone's had a really good day, and please like and subscribe, spread the word so our channel can keep growing. And just know, as always, guys, you're loved, you're appreciated, and if no one's told you yet today, you are absolutely enough. So until next time, come go with me today. Bye.